Hi everyone, I am Kerry Hales, the coach that finds out exactly what it is that you want. And today I'm with the lovely Kate Ryan. She's over here. Hello, Kate. And I've asked Kate to come. Kate was in my mastermind earlier on in the year, and I've asked her to come just have a bit of a chat. And I've given her a few questions to give you some ideas if you were curious about coming into my next mastermind, which starts in September in 2016, to have some idea about what the experience was like for her. So I have given her some questions, but I would really like, as she's laughing now at me, because this is very serious stuff, and because I really wanted to get a feel for what it'd be like, what's the relationship that I have with my clients when we're in a mastermind. So we're going to start, and I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to try and shut up, and she's going to answer. Okay. So your question starting round. Where were you in your life, stroke business, before the masterminds? People can get an idea of the relationship from where you started to where you are now.
Okay, so my business is flavour.ie, and I'm a food writer, and I also organise food tours and events. And when I came upon Kerry and decided to enter into the mastermind, I was looking for somebody to kind of really hold me accountable. So I was working away in my business, but I knew I could do more. And I suppose I was just looking for somebody that wouldn't give me any place to hide in my business, really. I was looking to up level, as they say, to kind of take it up to another level. I was wavering a little bit, definitely kind of not feeling as confident as I should have been about my business. And to be perfectly honest as well, I wasn't even entirely sure what to call myself. The whole thing about the elevator pitch, that if you've got 15 seconds to tell somebody what you do. And I can remember the first time Kerry asked me, and I was like, well, I do a bit of this and I do a bit of that, and it's all blah, blah, blah. And I think I kind of rambled on for about a minute and a half, and she told me to stop. And then I said, no more. And so I said, well, what, out of everything that you do, what is the one thing that you absolutely love doing out of everything? And nobody had ever really kind of asked me that question before. So when I was asked it, I kind of was like, oh, it took me back a little bit. And I took a bit of time to think, but I said, well, it's the food writing. The food writing is really where my passion is. It's what I love to do, and everything else that I do sort of just flows from that then. So, so at the time that I met Kerry and started working in the mastermind, I was struggling. I was struggling with clarity. I was struggling with identity. I was struggling with how to get to the next level and be confident about what I was doing, and about me being confident about that I could do what I had in my head that I thought I could do. So that's what I kind of felt was coming from Kerry. And I'd been sort of kind of social media stalking her for quite some time, and I just loved the way she kind of put herself across, put you across, or you are in the room, and I just love this sort of no nonsense approach, really, which I really like that. I prefer to be told straight if I'm wasting my time, or whether I'm doing good or whatever. So yeah, that was what kind of inspired me to work with her.
So why? I mean, there are, more, if you're looking for a coach, if people were looking for a coach and looking at different masterminds, what made you pick mine? Was it because there's different aspects? It's only 90 days that are my masterminds, because I like that. So yeah. It's my mastermind, and I like it like that. But I like it like that because it's intense, and there are reasons for it only being 90 days, specifically to suit how I coach. But I really wanted to sort of, in terms for you, was there something specific about my mastermind, or was it just that you were attracted to me as a coach and I had a mastermind and therefore that ticked the box?
I'd say it was pretty much a mixture of all of that, to be honest. I was attracted to you as a coach. I liked your approach to coaching. I had never done a group mastermind before.
Right.
So, and I think if my memory serves me right, correct me if I'm wrong, Kerry, but I think it was a call out for women only. I think maybe, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember, but I kind of like that as well. I've worked in groups with other business women before, and I kind of like the sort of nurturing support that I got from that.
Yeah.
So, and I also like the fact that it was 90 days, and because I felt that because I was looking to up level and I wasn't for any excuse to hide, I kind of, if it was longer, I would have procrastinated maybe a bit more. Whereas in 90 days, you were looking to achieve, you were setting your stall out as a goal, and you only had 90 days to achieve it. So and you know, you're paying money for the mastermind. So you don't want that money to feel like it's been wasted because you haven't justified the opportunity in the mastermind. So I really like the short time frame worked really, really well for me. And I think, you know, when I look back at what I achieved in the 90 days, you know, and I slept as well at some stage as well, which was great. You know, it was
I do insist upon these things.
Yeah, but it's just because of the support and the structure around the mastermind and the time frame, you just do. If you're any way a little bit competitive, you will just push yourself to achieve as much as you can in those 90 days. So yeah, that's why I like
healthy competition. So what did you get? Like, sort of, you've described you before. So where are you now? I mean, I know you're sitting in a different place.
I am sitting in. So it's funny. This was the very first thing that made a massive change for me that came out through working with you, Kerry, in the mastermind. And it was such a small change, but it was so significant at the same time. So as a food writer, obviously I needed a writing space, and I spent most of my time camping down in my husband's office downstairs at his desk using his computer in his room. And sort of all my stuff associated with food writing was shoved into a little crappy little cardboard box at the side of the desk, and I didn't really feel like I owned my own space. And I was bemoaning this to Kerry at one of our really, really early sessions, and she just kind of said, well, can you make a space for yourself somewhere else? And I was like, I totally can. So this room that I'm actually in now was always supposed to be like my den. So Jason, my husband, has an office downstairs. This room is upstairs. This was always supposed to be my space. I turned it into a bit of a library. But I'd filled it up with so much stuff, and I never actually really used it. So I just said, I know, as soon as Kerry said it, I said, I actually know exactly where I can put a desk, and I know exactly what it's going to look like. So I set about doing it, and within a couple of weeks, I'd ordered a beautiful desk, which was supposed to have taken 6 weeks to arrive and ended up arriving in 2. So I took that as an omen. A really lovely chair. I set my stall out, got a new computer, and just created this space for myself to be able to come and like a sanctuary to do my writing. And it's the second it all came together, my writing went from here to here. It was better quality, I was more focused, and I was doing much more of it. So it was a fantastic thing. So that was that was the first massive change, which reaped a huge reward.
Yeah.
And then in terms of what I created, well, we just didn't stop creating, I don't think, Kerry, you and I, when we were working together. You know, it's the opportunities, it's kind of like the logic that you go through, just the opportunities come up because you're constantly discussing and exchanging ideas. So things will come up like, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? You know, how else can you generate potential streams of income? And that's exactly what I did. So my tours took off again. I created an entire summer showcase of food events that had never been done before in West Cork.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all over the place. And also my supper club. I took my supper club out from my home and into a venue in the town where I live. And it's been an immense success with 3 times the amount of people, generating revenue in a far less stressful kind of a way. So it just worked for me on so many levels. I created so many things in the 90 days, just in the 90 days.
Yeah, and since then you just got strength to strength. So what would you say to anybody who is considering it, sort of like weighing it up? You know, is there anything that Obviously, you've had a great experience, and I'm promoting my mastermind, but I would really like you to sort of, what were the considerations that you had, and how did you overcome them? So if someone was in your position and they were thinking, oh, I don't know, it's a lot of money, or those kinds of things, how did you get over it?
I would just say I had these considerations as well. I have a bit of a stumble around the money mindset, as they kind of say, but I just felt that this was the right thing for me to do. So I just decided to do it. I classed it as an investment in myself, an investment in my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I just basically decided that whatever money I would be paying out in the mastermind, I would earn it back in the work that I was doing with my business. And that's exactly what happened. So if I would just kind of say, if it sounds right to you and if it feels right to you, just book in and do it, because you will reap the results. I mean, obviously I worked with Kerry. I had a great time. I've had success, but it's the relationship that you create. It's Kerry is spurring you on. She's giving you the ideas, but the effort comes from you, so she's just giving you the confidence to believe in yourself that you can actually do this in your business and that you can do it really well and you can be successful.
Yeah.
And once you're open to it, it's an amazing feeling. So I would don't procrastinate. I know, like, Kerry has all kind of ways and means that you can pay for it all. So just do it. Yeah.
And what about because obviously we're talking about like our relationship, and how what benefits did you get from being in the mastermind, in the group, like sort of the other girls that were in the group?
Yeah, well, the other girls are amazing, and we connected. I just had a great connection during the mastermind, and there were ups and downs. Not every day is a joyous fairy tale. You do have hard days because it's hard work creating your own business. And the beauty of the mastermind is that the others are there for you, whether is something that you want to shout about from the rooftops because it's just been amazing, or whether it's you've had a bad day and you just need somebody to kind of hear you out, basically. So it's a really supportive network. And then more than that, after the mastermind finished, and we were all kind of connected on Facebook, and we've continued to support each other through Facebook. And we've sort of linked up in other ways as well. So it's been fantastic. So you actually end up creating friendships through the mastermind that last. So, and the same with Kerry as well, we're all kind of connected together. So the benefits of the mastermind go beyond the mastermind. Yeah. And it's more than business. You create friendships and support networks as well, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And anybody that if you'd like to get in touch with me, or if you'd like to speak to Kate, then just get in touch with me and I'll put you guys in touch, and then so you can add some more. So this is us. Thank you very much, Kate and me, Kerry Hales, talking about masterminds and my 90-day mastermind that starts in September. Message me today. Let's get it on. Bye.
Let's do it. Bye.